Hi everyone, my name is Vincent and I'm excited to welcome you today into our Lucky Duck studio. In the past, thanks to your support, we have been able to create amazing digital hybrid games like Chronicles of Crime and Destinies. Today, I'm excited to present to you our latest digital hybrid game, Divinus. In Divinus, ancient Greece is being invaded by the pantheon of Northern gods. A fierce clash is about to begin between the gods and a new pantheon will be formed from the ashes. The prophet Pythia foresees that one person of great power, a new Divinus, will ascend and claim a seat among the gods. Divinus is a competitive, legacy, digital hybrid board game for 2 to 4 players that features both a campaign and an infinitely replayable game mode. Every campaign scenario will start with you opening a sealed box with new quests, stickers, gods, game rules, and much more. You'll combine your dice to explore new lands, expand your demigods map, and complete quests. As you play, you'll permanently change your copy of Divinus by adding scannable stickers representing locations and characters of mythology. You'll customize your demigod with powerful artifacts and gain impressive titles for performing epic feats. Forging your dice will allow you to influence the odds and gain the most favor from the gods. The Divinus app will also remember your action, and the gods will react accordingly to those who have worshipped or wronged them. For the Divinus app, we have developed a new image recognition technology that allows you to scan components without the need for QR codes. And even after the campaign, you won't be done, as you can play endlessly with the Eternal mode, which uses the components you've altered through the campaign. We're really excited to bring Divinus to you all and can't wait for you to explore all the secrets of this epic clash of the gods.
What is up, everybody? It's Az here with Lucky Duck Games on our very, very special Tuesday regular live stream because Divinus is alive and we are closing in very fast on €100,000 in only a few hours. Hello, everybody. Puffins for the win. Yay for Puffin. Hashtag Team Puffin. If you don't know, if you didn't catch it in the trailer, I'm almost tempted to go back and start it again just to have some Puffins appear. We adore Vince and his passion, and he always wants to be involved in the entire process. It's amazing. And whenever he said Pantheon and it came out Puffin twice, oh, my heart leapt. I'm going to have such an amazing night tonight. Usually it's me chatting to you all, but in the wings, I have loads of members of the Lucky Duck Games team who I can't wait to bring in, which is just making me so happy because today I've been in the UK on my own and I've seen everyone celebrating there and popping Prosecco. I'm so happy the campaign's launched, and now I'm going to get to bring them all in and introduce a whole ton of them to you. Very, very, very special people close to my heart. Hello, everybody. Hello, Blackwing Bird. Hello, Susie. What is €89,500 in dollars? Somebody will tell me in chat. Come on. Hello, Derek. Lovely to see you. Tim, oh my goodness, lovely to see you too. Luke, thank you so much for all your help today. Luke has been a star to me today. And Cerberus mini plushies for everyone. I'm not going to lie. I've said this. I think I said this on last week's live. I said, I have an email in my mailbox that is about getting plushies designed and how we would go about doing that, because I am keen to see how we could get plushies where, I mean, they're over in the corner, but they're there. Whether they're ducks or whether they're Cerberus, I don't mind. Big love, big hope. Ah, you're amazing. So without further ado, I've got a big plan tonight. I want to talk about the campaign. I want to look through it. I want to answer your questions. So if you're on the campaign page or Facebook or Twitch or wherever you are, if you're on YouTube as well, obviously, post your questions in the comments and we're going to answer them as we go through. But I think we're going to start by introducing everybody because they're all an hour ahead of me in Poland. So by the time I've rambled for 3 hours, they might be like, we need to go to bed. And it's funny because now I get to choose 1, 2, 3, or 4 who I get to introduce first. Hold on a second because they can hear me and I can't hear them. This is great. Right, chat. I need you to pick a number for me. 1, 2, 3, or 4, and we're going to randomly open doors and introduce people into the chat. Oh, come on. So 4, 2. This is great. And I'm not cheating. This is you. The entire team are like, come on. 4, 3, 3, 2. Oh, we're seeing a lot of 2s. Okay. No, is 3 coming back? 2, 4 is the magic number. I think 2's winning it. Okay. Two's a good one. Who's going to confirm the plushies? That's my choice. Who here could confirm plushies? Actually, that might be number one. But you know what? Chat have picked 2. Let's bring 2 in. Hello, Marcin, Hubert, and Theo.
So we are number 4 or number 2?
You're number 2. Not in any list other than the list at the bottom of my screen, I promise.
Okay. We take it for granted. Okay. Hello, guys. Hello.
For everybody at home, from Theo, then Marcin, then Hubert, can you guys introduce who you are and what you do?
Okay, Theo.
Yeah. Well, I'll take out 36, so I'll move stuff around.
But see, Theo undersells himself because the way he puts it internally, and I love this, he says, if it goes in a container, if it's a big shipment, Theo's your man. If it's like posting it next door, we don't worry about it. Theo deals in massive containers, and he's the guy who's been fighting with the container fight the past 3 or 4 months, and I have so much love for Theo's resilience right now. Marcin.
Yeah, I'm Marcin, and I'm taking care of all the apps, programming them, and all of the tools and stuff.
So look, chat, he's here. He's here. I can't get his title wrong this time. Our technical director, app amazing extraordinaire Marcin, is here. So if you have questions about the app, if you have questions about Chronicles of Crime or Destiny's apps as well, just get them now while he's here. We never get him on camera, so to get the questions in. Hubert.
Yeah, that's me. So I'm taking care about the project management and like the operations is like that. So that's what I do.
Hubert's the guy when I'm like, I've run out of time and I've left it too late to fix things. Hubert, please help me fix things and find me people. Hubert's like, I will find you people to fix. And it's like, oh, thank God. Hubert's the guy that saves the day. All right, chat. Oh, hold on a minute. Oh, 3 and 4 have merged to the same PC. That's cheating. All right, chat. Chat, number 1 or number 3 for our next set of people. No, number 4 and number 3 have merged to create 7. You cheaters. I was so confused about what happened there. Susie saying, how did you come up with image recognition technology? Marcin?
Yeah, we are doing the AI training, neural network to do the cognition. So yeah. Basically, this is the tech behind the whole thing. And yeah, it will be amazing.
He makes it sound so simple. Like we're training the AI to recognize the images. Like, it's nothing. It's nothing at all. But it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
It's pretty cool. I know every so often in our group hangout chats, we get something shared about what do you call the facial changing technology?
Again?
Where you can swap where you can swap somebody's face to somebody else's face.
I don't remember.
Oh, you're gonna kill me now. You'll remember. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't remember now the name of it.
I'm just saying, I'm hoping for an app in the future where we're going to be able to have the players' faces as like criminals appearing on the screen. That's what I want. That's what I want in the future. Okay, looks like number 4. Deepfake. Thank you. There's some amazing technology going on there. Like, and I love the idea of a party game where you hold your phone up to someone's face and it changes their face into like a celebrity or something, and then you have to try and tell them who they are. Or there's fun things to be done there.
Well, we've noted that, and we will deliver
next year.
See, that's why I love Hubert, man. He's got it in the project already. Okay, number 4, Tomasz and Matthews. Hello, guys. So, I mean, Matthews is a guy who, like, in my opinion, doesn't need any introduction, but I'm going to ask you, Matthews, because people don't know who you are. Who you are and what do you do, my friend?
Okay, so I'm mostly responsible for the art part of the games. More games. Right now we share our participation in Divinus with Matthias, who maybe will join us. And we
Per Matthias is under so much work right now. Okay. I'm giving him so much work to do.
Okay, so I was responsible for the first part of creation, and right now Matthias is the main guy here, and he's responsible for that. That's why he's not here, because he's so busy right now.
Yeah, and we work with so many artists in our games that we require art directors, we require people who can kind of channel all of the external contractors and internal artists and bring them all together to make a cohesive project. I think with Divinus, we've worked on 3 artists, but that's actually quite few. Sometimes we work with more, sometimes less. It just depends on the game and the project. Tomasz, hello, sir. How are you doing? We saw you. We got to see you in the trailer. So, other than being a trailer superstar and an amazing owner of awesome T-shirts, by the way, I love your shirts, man. What else do you do?
Thank you very much. I'm the person named as a Divinus game director, so probably the person who should be someone named as a leader. But in fact, I'm the only one of the many who try to make this game awesome, and probably we can handle this. So
Tomasz gets to put on the hat of everything rolls downhill to Tomasz. So all the production, all the campaign stuff, all the artwork, all the rules, it all stops with Tomasz in the end. He wears the buck. So he'll be answering lots of questions on the comments during the campaign, and I'll be bugging him a lot to answer all the backer questions and everything the community brings up. So you'll probably hear, if not directly, lots of Tomasz during the campaign.
A person somewhere in the shadows, probably.
You still yell the campaign, yeah.
Okay, last but not least, are you ready, Lucky Duck chat door number 1? I'm going to bring you in, okay? I'm going to actually give you a warning, and I didn't give the other guys any warning at all. There we go. Hello. Look at that for a set. I'm so jealous. It puts that to shame. I want more games here. So how is everybody? What are your names? Because you haven't got them on screen. We'll go from Sophie across.
Hi, my name is Sophie, and I'm responsible for Polish side of the marketing. So for this campaign, I mostly did some translations because we have this game in English, French, and Polish simultaneously. So yeah, I'm handling the Polish part of things.
There you go. So for once, there is someone who can speak Polish in chat. Actually, there's loads of people that can speak Polish in here now. So if you have your Polish comments, now's the time to get them in. Philippe.
No, ladies first. Carolina.
I was going to skip you anyway, to be honest, because everyone knows you. You're so famous these days. Okay. Carolina.
So hi, I'm Carolina. I'm illustrator of Lucky Duck Games, and I'm responsible to bring you all the images of the gods on the cards, and I'm responsible for Cerberus. So
yes, Cerberus plushie. Let me hold on a second. Where is it? Let's do this right now. Yes, look at this. This is Carolina, right? This is, if I just go on a spree. Oh, we're gonna come back to Keto in a minute. This is all you, right?
Yeah.
Like, just absolute. So the person that really is defining a lot of what makes Divinus look and feel like it is finally on screen with us. Although I've just realized that I'm hiding you behind everybody. There we go. So if you have questions about art, how to get started, or make this world-class art, now's your time to ask. And funny enough, the charity board gamer still wants to know if there will be puffins. I feel like that is definitely the number one question. And oh my goodness, the love for Carolina is super, super, super real. Oh my goodness. Thank you everybody so much. And there you go, Carolina. Heart with fingers. Oh my goodness, yes. So I think what I want to do is have a little look at the campaign first. And some of you here have worked quite a lot on Divinus, and some of you maybe not as much as the others. So I just want to go through the page, have a bit of chat about it, because it's all come together. We've just hit 90,000 euro. Yeah. I want to chat a bit about it and get your thoughts and feelings, and just let you guys chip in and chat, and let's just have a look at it, right? We're all gamers here. We all play board games, right? So let's talk about it. So let me stop this, and let me bring the campaign up for us to look at. Boom. So here we go. I'll make it bigger. There we go. So right now, we have to finish this stream before we hit 100,000 because I need to set the next stretch goal.
No pressure.
Don't pledge.
So I love this. This image that got made today made me so happy when I thought about a mythological legacy game, and something clicked with me when I read that, and I was like, Philippe, you're making a game where you're going to be able to change what happens in mythology. This is like Neil Gaiman American Gods level stuff. Like, this is really, really cool. Like, have you any thoughts, anything you want to share about your work? And Rafal, unfortunately, isn't with us, who's one of our main writers on Divinus. But do you want to share anything about teases or what you would like to see happen with the story?
Yeah, sure. So, yeah, Rafał is unfortunately not here. He's on well-deserved holidays, but Rafał is a writer for Divinus, amazingly talented writer, which you can know from Sea of Sand expansion, from Destinies. Rafał was solely responsible for this one. And yeah, you're absolutely right, As. Like, there's tons of fun with working on how to tailor the game to actually allow you, our backers, our players, to like retell all the Greek myths and also Nordic myths that are so well known. And actually, our main idea and what we want to do is to actually allow you to really forge these well-known myths with your decisions as a demigods. So we are working on a branching narrative for many of the very well-known myths, and we want to give these decisions, how to tailor them. We want to put these decisions in your hands.
So I'm going to tell you right now, here comes a spoiler, okay? So anyone in chat, cover your ears for 30 seconds. Or don't look at me for 30 seconds. Here it comes, okay? And I'll clap my hands like this whenever you can see again. In the second scenario, if you watch the Table Knots second scenario playthrough, you're going to see Max with one of the best reactions ever as his demigod thrusts their weapon through Thor. Oh, I was like so excited by it when I saw it happen. Okay, you come back. No spoilers. Oh man, it was so good. Like, and I played it, but seeing someone else play it and see them building up to it, and then being like, it was such a good moment. And I'm hoping for 10 more scenarios of opportunities for players to change the mythology, which I think is so cool. I must admit, there's a bunch of questions, so let's have a chat about them. And I will say, Blackwing Bird wants to celebrate 100K with us on stream. We might do it. We're nearing 91K already, so we might do it. That would be great. Alex had a question about Mexican backers. How can we follow the shipping cost situation? We will update you in updates. Unfortunately, unlike Kickstarter, with GameFound, we don't have a way to tell where everybody's from right now. But we're going to send out some updates. We're going to ask people to fill in a poll, basically just to say, yeah, I'm a Mexican backer, and we'll kind of make sure we hit those numbers, or at least closely get to those numbers. So don't worry, we will communicate it with you during the campaign. And Jim says, this was my first Instaback of 2021. Like, so much love, Jim. That's amazing. And Steve says, Philippe, good time for you. Were there any mythological figures that you wanted to use but couldn't find a place for and had to cut?
Fortunately, no, not yet.
Yeah.
And actually, we should say now that you will still have an impact on what like mythological figures will have in the game. So we will have a vote for the one big miniature for the Chest of Plenty. So there will be one additional myth scenario in this box, and you will be deciding like actually which of the mythological figures will be there. And for us, it's a great design space. What we do with the myth scenarios, the basic idea is to allow you to really experience some standalone but still story-driven, interesting scenarios outside of the main campaign. So, for example, if you're in the middle of the main campaign or the Shadow of Yggdrasil prequel campaign, because actually we have two campaigns. Are those myth scenarios. So we can just play one interesting scenario, maybe even with the completely different group of players, if you want to show and allow more people around you to experience Divinus. So that's the idea about Chest of Plenty and these myth scenarios.
So what you're saying is, because we have two gods in every scenario, right, in the campaign, and we're going to have myths where you're going to have more gods that we're unlocking as stretch goals. So already you're saying there hasn't been many figures that you've had to cut, and the backers are going to get to choose to put one in as well.
Yeah.
So hopefully, Steve, that answers your question. But obviously, with being a legacy game, we can't spoil a lot. So you'll find at the campaign page, we haven't shown all the meeples. We haven't even shown all the minis from the Chest of Plenty. We will show a little bit of them later on in hidden ways so that you can only look if you want to. But we definitely want you to discover this game as you're playing it through. It's a legacy game. You're going to be opening up those scenario boxes. You're going to be taking meeples and minis. You're going to be taking quests and artifacts and stickers and everything out as you're going through. So we don't want to spoil everything on the campaign page immediately, but it's all going to be something you really enjoy. And Steve says it does. Thank you. You're very, very welcome. Thank you for asking. Okay. Carolina, I'm going to come to you in a second because I want to talk about the current myth that we're unlocking. So I want to talk a little bit about the god here, because this wasn't a god that I was familiar with, Philippe and Tomasz. This wasn't one. Whenever you told me Keto and the mother of Medusa, I was like, what? I've never heard of this. And then Carolina, I want to talk to you a little bit about your inspiration for this art because I think it's epic. So why, Philippe, did you choose this god? What was it about that you thought would kind of make this one cool?
Actually, answering this question would be entering this quite dangerous spoiler territory. So,
okay.
Yeah,
that's all right. That's okay.
Let me just say that for each of the myths, we were looking for we really try to dig deeper in the mythology to find the gods and mythological creatures and also heroes that were really interconnected with the stories. Because what's very important to us is to create a story. So in each of these scenarios, it's not just a bunch of random elements, but really the gods that had something in common with these specific creatures, with these specific heroes, and we allow you to each scenario is kind of like a frame for it, but then we again give you decisions how actually you want to tailor this myth. Would it happen the same way as in the Greek mythology as we know it, or in some different way?
And then Carolina, coming to you for a moment, then we have to talk about this artwork for a second. I've got to know, where did the inspiration come from? Because the first time I looked at it, I didn't even see the ship at the bottom straight away the first time. I was like, I didn't even notice it on the page. And then when I saw the full artwork, I was like, oh, this is so cool. Can you tell us a little bit about your process?
Sure. The Keto, the goddess of the keto diet. I mean, the main focus was to portray that goddess as not as humanoid, but something in between. So I took a lot of inspiration from actual sea creatures like crabs or octopuses. So yeah, I wanted to make her look intimidating for sure, giant, but it's up to you to decide if she's good or evil, if she's sinking that ship or she is just guiding it. So it's a sea monster goddess.
That's so cool, because I must admit, it's very easy to draw gods in a good or evil way. They normally kind of lean one way or the other. And you're absolutely right. This one could be either way. I don't know, guys, Martin, Hubert, Theo, or Sophie, or Tomasz, or Matthews, do you guys have any opinions on this god or this artwork?
It's awesome. It's awesome. Just that. You could have done it.
It is everything we need to say, really. I've got a couple more questions coming in, so let me answer a couple of these, and I'm going to answer the first question with a question. Other than plushies, will there be any more add-ons added during the campaign? What add-ons would you like to see added during the campaign? I'm curious to know, because we've actually had a bunch of internal questions about this amazing artwork and about things in Divinus, and obviously the game being legacy and about it being a campaign driven, about the different things we could add. And I would love to hear what backers are looking for. I can say we teased this in our first update. There is a little premium upgrade, nice little add-on that's being worked on that may be revealed later on for people that want that executive kind of play style. And also then, Andy, you had another question. Can you play the one-off missions at any time or only after completing the campaign? Right, Philippe, Tomasz, which one of you want it? This is the question. Who wants it?
Okay, so yeah, that was a very important question for us, and we asked it ourselves actually some time ago. So when thinking about the Divinus, we wanted to really allow you to experience it with at least few very different game modes. And the main idea was how can we allow you to experience Divinus in the middle of campaign, also with other groups. So mid scenarios are exactly tailored towards this goal. So and that's why we have this additional dice of set add-on on the campaign, because if you want to experience in the middle of your main game campaign any of the 3 other modes, so Shadow of Yggdrasil prequel campaign, Eternal mode, or one of the mid scenarios of the narrated mid scenarios, you can do it. All you need is just this additional set of dice. Without it, you need to finish the campaign before you jump into one of these other modes, because actually at the end of the main campaign, you reset your dice for the Eternal mode and also for the mid scenarios. And of course, there's a reason for it, because after the campaign, each of the demigods will be completely unique with asymmetric powers, and based on players' decisions, players' ideas, how they want to play, they will be really, really different. And to some extent, if one player invested heavily in, for example, dice forging, giving this set of dice to one of the players would be basically unfair in this like a single scenario. So that's how we played it out, to really allow you to experience all these modes at once. You just need this additional set of dice.
That's it. So hopefully, Andy, that answers your question. I think it's one that we'll get a lot. We'll definitely be adding that in the FAQ, and it's there on the dice as well, because I think it's a big deal. And a lot of people saying playmat would be big. One big playmat? We've already got a main game board. What about demigod playmats, like player playmats for you to build your map on? Maybe that could be a thing. And apparently, as Paulo has a ring to it, I mean, just saying, if the community have said it, it must be true. One thing I want to jump in and say for a second, with the myths that we're adding in, so with these stretch goals that everybody is unlocking, you'll see that we have these artifact tokens, and they've got this eternal mode symbol beside them, and that's because they're going to actually buff up the number of components that you're going to have for that eternal mode, so they'll be usable for the myth and the eternal mode as well. So actually, what's really cool is if you finish the campaign, you can enjoy the myths, and each time you play a myth, you'll be opening up the box and getting more stuff to play in the eternal mode, which I think is just absolutely wicked. I super love this approach. Steve says, I'm curious about the stickers on the dice. Historically, that hasn't held up well. Did you look at alternatives similar to changeable faces, similar to Dice Forge? I must admit, the Dice Forge dice are cool, but yeah, we've used stickers a lot before. So just reading the chat. Tomasz, have you got anything to share on this, or Philip again? Around the use of stickers?
I could probably. About stickers on dice, the answer is very simple. We would like to use stickers because the whole Divinus campaign and whole game is about the stickers mainly. So we decide to use the same stickers like we using to create Kingdom Rush Elemental Uprising. So stickers on dice without any glue, just that technology that let you put the sticker on the surface that will hold on them. But if you wish to remove it, do not mark anything with glue or any other things. So we already tested it. It works very well, and for sure will be very, very good in practice. So
I think so. So there's a combination of we've used stickers a lot before. We know what we're doing with them, which is one thing. And the second thing is that we've not only tested this with multiple campaigns before, but we've also tested it with these giant, big, chunky dice before. And you'll see that not only are the dice like super massive and super big, like really just ridiculous in size, but we've built the stickers in such a way. Oh, now I've lost the dice that had a sticker on it. I had it in my hand, like a signing. Where'd it go? Anyway, we've made them this big so you can... There we go. So we've made them this big so you can really easily apply, and then once you finish your campaign, remove these stickers. And the idea is that with a legacy game, we want what you're doing to be really impactful. So you'll see on the screen now, we've got rule stickers, but we've got title stickers, artifact stickers, location stickers, we've got game board stickers. These are all permanent they're all never going to move. You're going to put them in and they are stuck. But the dice stickers we are doing with that vacuum technology, that vacuum seal, no residue, no glue technology, so you can easily remove them from the dice. But we expect them, and have tested thoroughly in previous games, to be robust and comfortable rolling with the bigger dice. So honestly, we expect no issues. And I thank you, Tomasz, so much for that answer, because it is one that is a really fair question, because stickers have been notoriously good and bad in different games, I think. Now, chat, what is happening? Chat, this is, look, you're getting a little bit you're getting a little bit out of control, chat. Chat, I'm not sure this is okay, all right? This is I don't even know I don't even know which ones I've done, which ones I haven't. But here we go. Serious one. Divinus pajamas. I would wear, hold on a second. Which god would make a good onesie? If you had to pick a piece of artwork to make Divinus onesies, right, Sophie? I'm going to put you on the spot here. You're being too quiet. Which god? I'm going to tell you right now. This is mine. Give me a onesie that looks like a suit of badass hell armor. Oh yeah. Or I would also take a Cerberus onesie. To be fair, I think. What about you, Sophie? Do you have a god that you think you would say? I mean, a Frigg onesie would be pretty cool.
I actually think about one of the artworks which we haven't shared yet, so I can't tell, but it is so great, and I think that would be pretty cool. But I think I would choose one of the fierce ladies, and there are several to choose from. I think Hera had this like just lounging with her apple, but still being, the goddess, obviously. So I think I could rock a Hera onesie.
I love it. Right, Matthias. Which god's onesie are you wearing?
I have no idea, but mostly I think it will be Hades.
Yes, my man.
Well, I'm a Hades team.
I'm with you.
This sucks with server, no?
All right, Tio. Is Tio still there? Or is Tio gone?
Yes.
Right, Tio, I want an answer from you. I can see Tio.
Yeah, Ares, I think. Right?
You think you'll do Ares?
Yeah.
Did you know that Carolina sculpted this artwork on me? This is my.
I know. It's a whole long story among the gods. We know.
Just hope we cannot share that. But okay.
So
no,
it's not. Yeah, we have to wait until a late night stream before we can share that kind of stuff. So I want to pull the page back up and I want to talk about the next thing, because we revealed something else today, pretty much for the first time. We hadn't even really talked about it very much, and that was this. Oh my god, this shadow of Yggdrasil. I'm actually curious. Can chat work out who the gods are pictured here? Does anybody in this chat actually know who all 4 gods are in this picture? Does anybody know?
I can't really see them.
Oh, where did I just lost it? There we go. Carolina, do you know?
Of course I know, but I cannot spoil the fun.
Oh, she's so mean. So this is an expansion where we are already flipping the game on its head in 2 different ways. Because the first thing we're doing is we're going back in time to a prequel to find out why the Norse gods ended up leaving their lands to invade the Greek lands. And we're having players play as gods themselves. And we've teased just one of these gods with this amazing artwork for Loki. Philippe, do you want to talk a little bit? I don't want to give anything away, right? Because this is so spoilery. Like, this is pre-campaign spoiler now. But what can you tell us a little bit about what people will be doing in this expansion? Just a tiny bit. No.
Yeah, sure. So basically, the idea of Shadow of Yggdrasil, as it is, this in most cases it will be the second campaign of Divinus that you will experience. We're planning like a little bit higher maybe not difficulty, but complexity level. So actually, we will start with some amount of asymmetric powers for your gods to really, because we know these gods, right? So they have their traits. So we really plan something slightly more sophisticated in case of how they actually kind of level up, what kind of like artifacts or maybe some special powers they gather during this campaign. And what's also important, like it will be a little bit, it will have a little bit darker mood as it's a far north, and in general, the Norse mythology is a little bit like a little bit darker than the Greek one.
It's better. It's better. You could just say it's better. Oh, the Greeks are down there drinking wine and they're eating grapes.
As we talked about it,
we'll just say the Norse is better.
Greek mythology is more interesting than the Norse one. Do we really need to talk about that in public? Okay, just messing with you guys. So yeah, so that's just two tiny spoilers. Do we have any ideas about these four gods on the cover?
Well, hold on. I should say Battlecry was the first to guess, and very, very close. Very, very close with Mo, Larry, Curly, and Shemp. Super close. I'm not sure if most of the people in this group will get that reference, but that's okay. Steve isn't far away. So Thor, Balder, Loki, and Hel. I think that's half right. But I don't. There's one here that I'm even not sure of.
That's very close.
It's 3, right? 3 correct?
3 out of 4. Touche, Steve.
Good try, Steve. Good try. I'm not going to give you any more than that. So let's talk a little bit about the Chest of Plenty, because I think this was also a big reveal that we'd never. Oh! Wait a minute! People are coming.
Yes, Andrew, you are right. That's the fourth one. It's Freya, by the way, my absolutely favorite of all the amazing illustrations that Carolina did for this game. So, yeah, that's Freya.
Color me impressed. I am impressed, guys. That was really, really good. Well done, Tim. Well done, Andrew. So we revealed the Chest of Plenty for the first time today. And there's a reason behind this. And Philippe, I mean, you can expand on this more if you like. But a lot of people are saying, is Divinus like Destinies? They both start with the letter D, and they both have an app, so they must be the same. Well, no. So, where Destinies is very... Sorry, I had to get that out of my system, guys. Come on.
Sorry, no.
Where Destinies is very RPG-like, and to use Philippe's term, Destinies is like 20% gameplay, like 80% story. It's very much about the story and getting involved and exploring the world. Divinus has narrative, has story, has progression, has a changing campaign, but is very much mechanically more like what you might call a Euro game, because you've got the tile drafting, you've got the dice manipulation, you've got powers, you've got combos and artifacts, you're building mechanics as you go. Snarky as is best as. Sorry, Steve, love you. So we decided that the base game has meeples. So if you want to get that kind of Euro experience, you can look at the Godly Pledge or the Demigod Pledge. You can get yourself the base game with the Pandora, of course, expansion completely free, and you can get the Shadow of Yggdrasil expansion if you want, and that's going to be focused mainly on meeples and the Euro. But if you want to bling out your game, and if you want to have everything nice and condensed, we're doing this Chest of Plenty, because we just had to have some gorgeous minis in it. And there is going to be 24 minis in the final game, even though we're only showing just a few at the moment, and we might share a few more through the campaign, but we're not going to show them all. And there'll be then this backer vote chosen one. So I guess Philippe, what I wanted to come back to was kind of like, how was this for you, adding miniatures? You know, what is your view on how heavy Divinus is and kind of how much more like a Euro it is? Can you give people a feeling for what to expect?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, as you said, it's like at its heart, Divinus is like a Euro game mixed with the adventure and narrative. So the main goal for the game is to create like a interesting, fair, and compelling experience for competitive players that they can really it's not very thinky game, but it's all about your decisions. So the game system that I personally enjoy the most are like the system which give you a lot of choices, like a lot of small decisions which bound together, like show your the bigger picture of your strategy and approach to the game. And like we follow this path with Divinus. So even speaking about these miniatures, like very often when we see miniatures, especially on the crowdfunding, we think, okay, so basically it's either dudes on the map or like there's some like direct conflict fighting mechanism. It's all the monsters that we're gonna fight. No, in Divinus, the function of miniatures first is really bound very closely with the theme of the scenario, and secondly, almost every mini adds some mini mechanism to the game, which like really fits with the puzzly element of the main mechanism, which is building this map with this tiling and tile drafting mechanism. So really expect like really new and like a different mini mechanisms connected to each of these minis, both monsters and heroes, because that's the two main types of miniatures that you see in the game. And as you said, it's we also wanted to give you this choice because we really believe in choices on so many levels. If you prefer to experience this with these heroes and monsters as meeples or as miniatures, so.
And I adore that, and I'm really trying, chat, just so you know, like I really am trying to get Philippe to include a scenario where all the demigods have to fight to tame Cerberus, so one of them can make Cerberus their pet. Like I'm really hoping that that's going to be something that we could just squeeze into a scenario somewhere. Or if I can't have Cerberus, I'll take the Hydra. Just give me the Hydra. Let me ride it around. Let me explore terrain with this massive multi-headed worm, and I'll be happy. It's all I'm asking. Don't feel like it's asking for much. Right?
I'll do my best to make you happy, as always.
I think he's lying. I don't think I'm going to get that. So I think if anyone has any questions, I think we've now thank goodness we've slowed down on the as. Susie said she was backer number 21, and Chest of Plenty was definitely the only choice for me. Oh, that is very sweet, Susie. That's amazing. All the bling. So we're probably going to wrap up shortly. I need to check how close we are to hitting the next stretch goal because we're actually 7,000 euro away. I also want to try something while I've got you all here. Okay, prepare your ears. I want to see how this works. I just have to do it. I'm an absolute messer, but if I don't do it now, I'll never forgive myself. What does this do? Do I get Inception if I do this? How many versions of us can we get on the screen at one time? That's not going to work, is it? Oh, it's delayed mass. Oh, here we go. We just have to leave it for a minute and then I'll get lots of them. I had to do it. I just had to see. Right. So anything from you, from the team? I mean, it's been a long day for everybody, I think. And for a lot of us, it isn't still over. If you have any thoughts to share with backers, please do. Christian says, will the German version have the same content than this campaign? It will, 100%. It'll all be there. There'll be no difference whatsoever. Hopefully, we originally thought that the Spell Offensive campaign was going to run after our campaign, but hopefully we're going to actually see it launch next Tuesday. Spoiler, I haven't shared that anywhere yet, but I'm hoping that we're going to be able to make that happen, and the Happy Shops and Spell Offensive guys are going to be able to work on that. Fingers crossed. We'll make a formal announcement, though, later. Blackwing Bird says player-made scenarios? It's a bit tough. It's tough, isn't it? Duh.
Not coming.
I don't want to lie. For the Backer's Choice Mini, is all of the above an option? So I think because we're working with Robert Orzel Studio of the Orzel Studio Miniatures, who does the most amazing miniatures and has done on many of our games already, we are looking to give them a brief on a selection of different. I'm saying the term. I'm not saying creatures because they're not all creatures. They're going to be mythological entities for backers to choose from, but it will have to be a certain amount. well, you just have to wait and see. You have to wait and see. And as Philippe said, there already are a ton of mythological things already included in the campaign. 10 scenarios still that haven't even been close to revealed. So if you don't see your favorite thing in there, you might assume that it might already be in there. That's all we'll say. Yeah. So, team, does anybody want to take the floor and say something about today and how it's all been? What you think about the campaign?
Yeah, I think we just simply all want to say thank you so much. We're really grateful for your support, and we are here. We're really open to listen to all your feedback and all your great ideas, because as we already said, it's crucial, and your feedback is priceless for us. As with Destiny's campaign and many other, we really always work hard to try to take your brilliant ideas and forge them into our designs. So thank you very much, and please continue being with us on this campaign and share your thoughts and your feedback with us. Thank you.
Yeah. It's only a short one. We're only going to be here for, I mean, technically it's 17 days, but I think GameFound shows it as 15, strangely. We're here until August 12th, so it's only a little one, but we will have some reveals and we'll have plenty more myths to discover, and we'll be looking for your input on the vote and generally just your input on a number of different things across the campaign. So please, as Philippe says, get involved, and thank you. All right, everybody, shall I let you go to bed since it's nearly 10 o'clock in Poland? You're all like,
yeah,
yes,
let's go back to work. That's a good idea.
Okay, well, look, thank you, Sophie, Carolina, Philippe, Tomasz, Matthews, Theo, Martin, Hubert, and Az. Thank you, everyone, so much for watching. This has been really lovely and so nice to see you all and to see you all. And until next time, well, we will be back, I should say. Philippe normally beats me to the punch. We will be back with more lives during the campaign. We'll be talking about the app. We'll be talking about artwork some more. Maybe a little bit more about the game development, but I feel like I've talked Philippe's ears off already. I've been burning. If you haven't read Philippe's dev diary over on Board Game Geek, if you go to Board Game Geek and look up Divinus and all in the forums, you'll find 2 parts of a 4-part development designer diary. It's amazing. It's lovely. It's charming. He's super sweet. He's super sweet. And hey, Philippe, I didn't show any pictures of you during this stream, so technically this was a win for you.
Thank you. We need to go. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, everybody. Have a lovely evening and day wherever you are in the world. And goodbye, everybody.
Bye.